Hey Alpha, how's it
Hello,
going?
hello. Hey, good. How are you, LZ?
Doing great. So I'm sensing the community's excitement. So without further ado, the stage is yours.
Hello everyone. Very happy to be here. Be part of the first ever DeFi Expo by Binance Smart Chain. Um, I'm Zero X Alpha from Dairy Protocol. As you can see from this front page, uh, Dairy Protocol is we can describe Dairy Protocol by a formula, which is perpetual futures plus everlasting options times decentralized. Which I will explain in with more details what this formula means. First of all, a very quick glance at Dairy Protocol. Dairy Protocol, as LZ already told you, is the DeFi way to trade derivatives. Currently, we provide, as described in that formula on the front page, we currently provide two financial products, two types of derivatives. One is perpetual futures, the other is everlasting options. I want to emphasize that the everlasting options provided by Dara Protocol is not just the first ever in the DeFi world or in the crypto world. It is the first ever in the whole financial world. Okay. And to facilitate traders to trade perpetual futures and everlasting options, we actually carry out the trading in AMM trading paradigm, which means we actually have a liquidity pool, which is to play the role of counterpart for traders. And this is completely implemented by smart contracts on chain. That means we are a completely decentralized DeFi project. And in terms of trading the symbols, currently for futures, we have three zones, as you can see from our website. One is main zone, the inner zone, and the other one's open zone. Main zone is for those the top cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and inner zone is for all kinds of innovative or experimental trading symbols or assets. And our the open zone is our permissionless markets, which means everybody can just launch your own trading pools, defining your own trading symbols, and to for your own financial purpose. Recently, we since we launched this trade to earn program, our 24 hours trading volume is around 200 millions, and around 1 week ago, this the trading volume of Dairy Protocol actually hit the all-time high, which is 800 million, which is only second to the three mega uh, DeFi projects, that is Uniswap, Pancake, and DYDX. So those are the three DApps in the $1 million daily trading club, and we're getting there. I believe we're getting there. We're gonna join the 1 billion daily trading club very soon. As you can see, our investors have like Binance Smart Chain, um, FBG, GSR, WooTrade, QCP, and in the very near future, there will be more investors come on board. Okay, so that's a very quick one glance at their protocol. And as I told you, we currently we provide two major financial products. One is the perpetual futures, the other is everlasting options. So let me dive into the everlasting options first. The ever so this as I said, this is the first ever in the whole financial world. Okay, so this is the very simple everlasting option trading interface, and what's special about everlasting options versus the classic options is that if you're familiar with the options, say you've ever traded like Bitcoin or Ethereum options, say on Deribit, um, you would find that you need to because every classical options has expiration, so you had to close your option positions before the expiration, or just wait for your options to be exercised upon the expiration. But if you want to have some protection which is longer than the available expirations, then you need to roll your position again and again. And so that's exactly the problem that everlasting options resolves. For everlasting options, just as explained in the name everlasting, it means you don't need to roll your positions. For as long as your position is maintained, uh, you're good. Your options is good. Your let's say you bought a put option to protect your Bitcoin from some downside risk. Then as long as your position is maintained, you're being protected. So that's the good thing about everlasting options. And also because of that exact the same reason, and there's one less dimension, which is the expiration dimension for the options. So usually for options, there are two dimensions. You have options of different strikes, and also you have options of different expirations, right? And now for everlasting options, you only have options of different strikes, which means you don't have the liquidity fragmentation caused by the expiration. Uh, that means for to trade everlasting options, you would have presumably much better liquidity than classic options. And this actually, the everlasting option was actually launched on September 1st. Ever ever since that, we've already have the unbelievable over 6 billion US dollar trading volume. Um, and the single day all-time high trading volume, as I said, that was 800 million. So considering that this is the first ever, this is the first ever one. So people need to learn this thing before they can trade. This is an unbelievable number, which also means that people in the DeFi world learn things super fast. Um, Okay, so that is for the everlasting options, and let me move on to the perpetual futures. Our perpetual futures is the same kind of financial products that's provided as in say Binance futures, but currently we have three zones to trade different things. The most important one is our main zone, which is to trade the top cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB. And this was actually launched on February of this year, and on May of this year, we upgraded it to V2. And there with V2, we have some very important features supported. For example, dynamic mixed margin or dynamic liquidity providing, which means whether you are liquidity providers or you're traders, you can choose from one of the multiple supported base tokens to add as a liquidity or to post as margin. So for example, if you go to our website, you can see currently our trading pools on the Binance Smart Chain. Um, Currently, we support BUSD and also we support BNB and Cake, and we're gonna support it more. Which means if you let's say if you want to trade perpetual futures of Bitcoin, you can actually use either BNB or Cake as collateral, which provides a extreme capital efficiency for your trading. Okay, so that's for the main zone, and for the inner zone is primarily for the either the trendy or the in the spotlight assets, or the experimental symbols that we are playing with. And also we have this open zone, which is for the permissionless market, which means you can come to their protocol and launch your own trading symbols, define your own trading symbols. Okay, so and 4 weeks ago, we launched our Trade to Earn program, and last week, the Epoch One has finished. And ever since the launch of the Trade to Earn program, the trading volume has rocketed. As I mentioned, the all-time high was 800 million, which is only second to the three projects that are in the 1 billion club. And also, we believe we will join 1 billion club very soon. And the currently going on Trade to Earn Epoch is the Epoch 2. We For Epoch 2 we also have the general reward of $1 million in dairy tokens. And additional to that, we have two types of special awards. One is for the top 10 traders ranked by the trading scores. The other is for the top 10 traders ranked by the P&L. And the special rewards are 500,000 in both BNB and dairy tokens. So please come and trade in dairy and try to earn the rewards. Okay, so let me share with you the roadmap of Dairy Protocol. Dairy Protocol got launched on Q1, and on Q2 we upgraded to V2, which supports the cool features that I just mentioned, like mixed dynamic margin or mixed dynamic liquidity. And on Q3 we rolled out the everlasting options, which is not just the first in the DeFi world, but in the whole financial world. And also the permissionless market, which we call it open zone, was rolled out on Q3. And so so these are for the things that we've already done during this year. And what would be more exciting is the things that we will do in the following several weeks. We're at the end of this year, we're gonna launch Dairy V3, which is gonna be another revolutionary version of Dairy Protocol, also a revolutionary DeFi derivative solution. Please stay tuned for that. And also, we're gonna support more base symbols, and we'll add more trading symbols, additional to the Bitcoin, Ethereum, or BNB. And we're also gonna try out all kind of experimental underlies and the derivative types. So yeah, so that is the roadmap. And so this is our website and our Twitter. Welcome to follow us, and also you can check out our code and our GitHub. And yeah, so that's it. That's it for my slides. So
Thank you.
it's good that it's good that I didn't miss too much. Are there any questions?
Sure. So first of all, thank you for this informative sharing. And the performance
You're
of
welcome.
Dairy Protocol has been really impressive. So there's this question that I was thinking about. So what is the competitive advantage that Dairy has over other decentralized derivatives platform?
Okay, actually, that's a very great question. In my opinion, let's take one step back. For derivatives, there are three approaches to provide derivative solution. One is the centralized solution, such as Binance Futures, right? The other one is the half centralized solution. One example is DYDX, and the third approach is the completely decentralized solution, which is the real DeFi, such as Dairy Protocol, right? So when people talk about decentralized or DeFi derivatives, they refer to the latter two categories, including the approach by DYDX or Dairy Protocol. And so I believe the last two approaches have their own advantages and also disadvantages. And currently, for example, DYDX has a better performance, but while we have better and better blockchain infrastructure, I believe the third approach is going to be in terms of TPS or user experience is going to be better. It's going to getting better and better. And because it's completely long chain, so it has one thing which I believe is the soul of DeFi, that is the composability, which means the other DeFi projects can very easily interact with their protocol. For example, some of the structural financial product projects are already cooperating with us to build their own DeFi products on top of their protocol. So that's one of the coolest things of DeFi. And also, then in terms of the third approach, their protocol is special too. For example, currently, their protocol is the only one providing both perpetual futures and everlasting options. And we're one of the we are actually among the third approach. The perpetual futures by their protocol, it has the largest trading among the top of the in terms of trading volumes. And for the options part, their protocol is actually currently probably is the only one that's really functional, which means if you go to use it, you can use it as a real option, not just as not like played as a toy, but as a real option. Okay, so because of all this reason, that makes their protocol that put their protocol in a very in a very leading position compared with all the other DeFi derivative projects.
Thank you. And I'm sure, like you said, your Dairy Protocol will be one of the billion dollar club.
Yeah, we will join the 1 billion club very soon.
Right, cool. So thank you so much for joining us today. And